Hey, good morning. It's well, actually it's afternoon. From BJ and Joe Ondo, out and about on the Recumbents. Joe's back there behind me. And right now we're just at the bottom of the Flint Ridge bike lane, and we're gonna go get on the Templeton Gap Trail. This will be heading kind of south and west. No, kind of south right at the moment. So yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a shorter video than normal because don't know how the weather's gonna hold. I apologize for not a lot of content lately, but I'm afraid I picked up a really bad case of sinus congestion, so been kind of out of it for the last couple of days, and about 3 days actually. No, still not quite 100%, but I'm in pretty good shape. Better shape than I was a couple days ago. But I got some Flonase, and we're down in the drainage ditch. The trail goes right through this big old deep drainage ditch here. As you can see, not a lot of water today. There's a bit more over here. I gotta drop a gear here so I can get up this. It's a short incline, but it is an incline. Get a little back view there. Yeah. So when we started, it was really nice and sunny. In fact, it was getting quite warm. We were sitting there outside of McDonald's eating lunch, but yeah, it's gotten chilly on us. So, hi. Pretty good. Have a good one.
Beautiful day, huh?
Oh yeah. Thank you. You too. But okay, so now we're out of the drainage ditch. Does seem strange you have to go through the drainage ditch, but that's just the way this works. I said this is the Templeton Gap Trail. From where we pardon my squeaky brake. I'm not sure what's going on there. I have drum brakes up front, and they don't normally squeak, but gonna have to take it into Angle Tech because not only is it squeaking once they get past a certain point, you know, certain pressure, but the wire doesn't feel like it's working real smoothly inside the casing. And I have put silicone lube in there, so. And the other one seems to be working good, but yeah, not exactly sure what's going on there. As you can kind of see, it's gotten man, I just dry out and nothing flat. As you can see, it's gotten kind of cloudy all of a sudden. Yeah, well, they talked about the idea that, you know, it would be, you know, more clouds than sun by afternoon, and so far it looks like they're spot on, but there is a slight chance for snow showers come tonight, and then Thursday afternoon into, you know, Friday afternoon is just toast. We got a pretty good chance of getting actual measurable snow. Should be a real bummer because Saturday's looking like a pretty nice day. Today's Wednesday. But you know, if there's snow on the ground, it's a no-go for BJ and Joe. So yeah, we don't do snow. First of all, it's not good on the bikes, you know, because you're going through the slush and the crud, and we get enough slush and crud as it is. And you know, because we live in an apartment complex, we don't really have a convenient place to wash the trikes. We need to get these things down to a car wash and not use the high pressure, just whatever comes out of the hose. But I have to admit, it just really hasn't been warm enough to make you want to go, play in the water to wash trikes. But yeah, that big old drainage ditch is right on the other side of that fence and these trees. It's a big one too. It's probably about 10 to 12 feet deep and quite wide. And on the other side of the berm over here is Union Boulevard, big major street. Yeah, it's one of those, 6 to 8 lane specials. Pardon me, I've still got a bit of drainage going on, so sometimes it's a little hard to talk. So yeah, so I'll give you a little down by the wheel. This is another one of our urban trails. It was never a rail trail, or never a railroad, so, but most of our trails here are urban. Very few of them are rail trail. Afternoon. Yeah, it's a shame they have all these tall street lights, because there's a pretty good view of the peak, Pikes Peak. That big one smack in the middle there with a lot of snow on it. I mean, a lot of snow. Nice view here though. It's too bad that GoPros don't have a telephoto, so you can really see the view. Got a runner coming up here, so I'm gonna let him go by. He's hauling buns, literally. This is another part of that drainage area. I don't know. Now we got a big old downhill we got to go through, and then we've got a tunnel, pretty good tunnel. I got to cut this corner. I don't have the turning radius that Joe does with hers, so I have to get in the dirt a little bit. Oh boy, this thing is squeaking like a dog. Sorry about that. Okay, I gotta lean into this corner. There's a big old ole, 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 ole. That's the official tunnel song, as we call it, from Get Out There, Ryan Doozer and his YouTube channel. That's Ryan Doozer, D-U-Z-Z-E-R. and his channel's called Get Out There. He's a very famous blogger. I've talked to you guys about him before. Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, got to gear up here a little bit. There's another really nice view. The mountain way down on the left is Cheyenne Mountain, and at the bottom of that they have this Cheyenne State Park, Cheyenne Mountain State Park. Real nice place, I've been told. You know, like if you want to come out and, you know, you got an RV or a trailer, they've got real good campsites, and I'm sure they probably got tent sites too, being that it's a state park. But they don't really have, you know, there really isn't, it's more off-road than it is, you know, where there's not really an area for trikes so much. You might be able to do some of the lower trails, but I don't know. It's more, you know, single track and kind of rough. It's a little back view here. Passing on your left. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we have this huge, you know, channel here. But it's not very deep, really. It's probably only about 8 feet deep, really, when you look at it. Has one thin thing of water going through it, which is kind of odd, you know, the way that works out. But yeah, this is the older asphalt section, as you can tell, because it's got the big old cracks all the way across it. All of our asphalt trails have these big old cracks all the way across. And we're going to be going over to by Porta Park. Oh, I got to gear down a little bit so I can get across the intersection here. Boy, that brake just squeaks horrible. Yeah, supposedly the reason that this type of brake squeaks is that it's got brake dust in it. So I need to thank you. That was really nice of that person in that Jeep. Yeah, I need to take it up to Angletech and have them clean out that brake and make sure the brake shoes are still in good shape, and see what they can do about the leaving the catchiness of the cable. It's weird, you know, as long as you don't get to a certain point, you know, in the pressure, it's just fine. Like right now I'm on it and you don't hear any noise, but once you clamp down on it a little bit to like that, see, once you put so much pressure on it. This is Portal Park here. Yeah, it's portal, you know, like a window in a ship. Here's that view again. It does really have, I mean, this is Yeah, it's a really nice area, you know, as far as the view goes, that's for sure. You can really see the mountains and the foothills. As you can tell, we have more foothills than we have mountains. You gotta go further west to really be in the mountains. And even that's just starting. You know, you got to get up to at least Woodland Park. That's really where you start getting up into the mountains. That's where the ditch kind of continues and just keeps going. So, well, it's not really a ditch, like I said, it's like a channel, and but it's made for drainage, you know, in case there's floods and stuff. I couldn't even imagine seeing that thing totally full. Boy, that'd be scary, because that'd probably mean half the town was underwater if that thing was full. But yeah, it's a nice path. It can be quite busy, but most of the time it's pretty mellow. It's not very long though, because it only goes currently from, you know, up at Ranch Road and Union. It ends there on one leg. That would be the left leg, and then the right leg ends at I don't know the name of the street, but it ends at the one of the outside entrances for the for Palmer Park, which is a very large park, city park here in Colorado Springs. Really meant more for mountain bikes and hiking. There's really no, you know, they do have a paved road that goes, you know, all the way through, but in places it's very, very thin, and it has no shoulders whatsoever. So you're fighting with the car traffic, and it's really got a lot of angle. Okay, we got a loose dog up here. This is not cool. They're not supposed to let these dogs loose. They're supposed to have them on a leash, but they never do, and it don't do you no good to say anything, because then they'll just tell you how it's mean and cruel, and it's still the rules, you know. Rules are rules. Yeah, he's down there, way down here though. I think we'll be okay, hopefully. All you can do is jet if it decides to attack. And I'll smack it with the end of my selfie stick if I have to. No, he's gonna leave us alone. We got lucky. But see, you never know, because trikes do funny things, you know. So sometimes, like that dog didn't bother. Trike shouldn't bother it at all, but other dogs will go absolutely berserk if you don't, you know, if they see a trike. I mean, they will go berserk. It's like they were looking at a deadly enemy, you know. It's not just lightly barking. I mean, it's like growling, snarling, you know, starting to foam at the mouth, kind of. So, and that is no fun.
You don't want to be a meal.
Because Joe and I are not fast enough to get away from a dog. You know, maybe a Chihuahua, you know, if we really haul butt, but we're not fast enough to get away. You know, if we were younger, we might be able to just whip up the speed fast enough to do it, but we're not. Story be told, we be old. That's the way it is. But it's not a bad day. It really isn't. You know, it's just kind of, it's one of the, like, it's a transition day. That's what it is, you know. And I think we'll be okay, you know, to get our ride in, you know, through the afternoon hours. But by tonight, you know, by 6 o'clock, you know, you better be inside with the trikes tucked away at home, or in the shed or in your garage or in the storage area like ours. Yeah, it's really quiet today, boy. There's hardly any traffic today. Of course, it's a weekday, so this technically it's two-sided on, you know, on this portion of the trail. You can see somebody, well, I don't know if you can see or not, because like I said, this camera doesn't have a telephoto. I think you have to get up to the, you know, like I don't know, you know, maybe like the 11 or 12, and they have a deal that fits over the current lens, so it's just a magnifier. But that would be nice, you know. Yeah, check out those clouds on Pikes Peak there, boy. Those things are wicked looking. The sun's been just strong enough to you know, kind of let us have a little sun and not let the clouds really haul in, so that's good for us. Yeah, so like I said, I gotta get a hold of Angle Tech, but I have to wait till after payday, so that, and I've got a lot going on next week. Joe's got medical appointments. I've got a colonoscopy appointment on the 15th, and then we need to go down. We've got an appointment to have our taxes done on the 16th, so it's like really busy next week. And then of course, you know, for the colonoscopy procedure, I can't eat anything for the whole day before. So on the 14th, I'll be living in the apartment, not going anywhere. So the system will clear out. No fun. No fun whatsoever. Yeah, that's I don't know what that is. Cement company, I guess, you know. They make, I don't know if they make cement or they make something out of cement, you know. Somebody's car, that's the old trail right there. Okay, well, we're coming up on Nevada Street, which is one of those big, major, noisy streets. So, and the signal light is not very fast, so take us a bit. But yeah, I was going to get lazy and not do any recording, but then I thought, well, you know, the possibility of not being able to get out for the next, you know, 2 to 3 days, I better get something up on the vid, man. Something up on the screen. Probably end up doing a live here pretty quick. Yeah, I've been wanting to do like one live a month, you know. So, but, and I'll let you, you know, you'll get a notification, you know, that there's going to be a live. And, you know, just, you know, we'll just kind of chat together, you know, or if you got any questions about, you know, our trikes, or just Joe and I, or, you know, about type 2 diabetes, or, you know, ankylosing spondylitis, or just, you know, what we like to eat, whatever, you know, just feel free to hit us up on a live. You know, there's a automatic chat right on, you know, the YouTube page itself. So all you got to do is just jump on and we can do some chatting. Sorry about that yawn. I don't know why, but ever since I've gotten older, I yawn a lot. Joe says it's supposed to be a sign of not getting enough oxygen. But it seems like I'm breathing just fine, so yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I hate to stick you with this ugly mug for a few minutes, but it's better than watching traffic. Yeah, well, wherever you are, you know, hope you're getting in a ride. Or if you can if you're at work or whatever. Hope you're having a good day. Should be our turn next here if we don't get too many turners this way. Okay, we gotta watch it, Joe. We gotta turn her this way. Okay, and go. But yeah, like I said, it's a big old street. It's a big old street. I'm gonna turn. Oh man, I told you I was gonna turn. I like to stay out here on the good stuff till I have to go in, because the entrance is over here on the crappy stuff. That's asphalt, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, I gotta remember to stay on this brake because the other one just squonks too bad. Okay, now the ditch gets smaller but deeper, and this goes all the way down to Fountain Creek. See if I can get that down in there at all. Oh, dang. Hey Joe, before it starts going downhill, stop. We need to decide where we're going.
Yeah, I'll just stop anyway.
So where do you want to go from here? Since we went to McDonald's, we could keep it, you know, right around $5 if we went to, you know, like we went over to, come on. Oh, the place down on the trail. No, Panera, that's a full price, you know. Oh, the place, Good Neighbors. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn like we normally would to go, and then just go straight up Cascade. But when we get to Cascade, I'm going to stop the vid. Yeah. Well, once we get over here to the Cascade Street bike lane, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the video for a little while because the bike lane is really boring, and it can get pretty busy at times. Yeah, I gotta do a little tricky maneuvering here. So yeah, we're gonna jump off the trail here. That's the trail going down there. And then this will put us onto the Cascade Street bike lane. Okay, I'm having to use just one brake, so, and I don't have the, like I said, I don't have the turning radius that Joe does, so I can only go so far, and then I have to stop. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and shut down the video here, and we'll get back to you. There's a guy on an e-bike, fat tire. All right, so we'll get back to you. Bye for now. Okay, well, we're back. This won't be as long a video as the last couple because the weather's kind of coming and going, and we've got some other some household stuff we need to get done this afternoon. So yeah, right now we're on the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail, kind of the divider between north and south. And the trail, the first trail, that's the trail, that's the Greenway heading south. And now we'll be going on to the Greenway heading north. And then we're going to go up and pick up the Templeton Gap and take that up to where we get our back up to the Cascade Street bike lane and over to our storage area. So we knew we weren't going to get in a very long ride today because we knew it wasn't going to be that nice. But any ride's better than no ride, which is what we've had lately. Between me being between my really mean old sinus congestion and the weather. Yeah, this goes right down by Fountain Creek. Little back view there. But yeah, I figure this is a pretty good way to end this. Howdy. And yeah, so for BJ and Joanda from Out About on the Recumbents, we are we'll kind of let you know that this is going to be the ending part, crossing over the creek here. And yeah, we because we have to, you know, put the trikes away in the storage shed, well, the storage unit rather, and then we have to walk 1.2 miles back to the apartment. So it does take us a little bit to get things, you know, to put things away and get things done. But this is a bit more scenic than some of the ways that we could head back. But yeah, thanks for coming along with us. We really appreciate it. If you're new, welcome. And if you're one of our faithful subscribers, we really do appreciate you guys and gals hanging in there with us. Now the clouds, the heavy clouds are kind of come and gone and come and gone and come and gone, but got a feeling they'll be jumping on us pretty hard here in the next couple hours. Look like they're getting a little stronger over by the mountains. Of course, right now the sun's just warm enough and got just enough wind shear going on to make it so the clouds aren't forming once they come over the mountains. But howdy. But yeah, so we're just trying to enjoy a little time out on the trikes before the weather comes back in. We've had a lot of weather this year, this winter. A lot of wind, a lot more snow than normal. Of course, the last 3 years we've been under an El Nino weather pattern. This year, this winter, we're under an El Niña weather pattern, supposedly. And I guess that means it's wetter. And this is one of these guys. It's one of these guys that's kind of illegal because he really doesn't have any pedals. So it's like I guess you call it an e-powered moped. It's not really a motor scooter, and it's not big enough to be classified as a motorcycle. So I classify it as an e-motor. Oh, and I can't think of the term, darn it. Oh well. Train of thought just went dead, sorry. But yeah, like I said, this is just a little more scenic way for us to get back to our storage unit. Howdy. One of the man-made waterfalls, rock falls, what do you want to call them? Just mainly to agitate the water, you know, to help it scrub itself clean, which it will never do. There's too much stuff being. Oh, they don't really dump stuff into the creek, but you know, this creek flows through all of Colorado Springs, and you know that you know, and there's a lot of homeless that have camps along this creek too. So, and you know, they got to go use the facilities and take a bath somewhere. So I'm sure that's where they do it. Now we're going under the Fillmore Street Bridge here. Howdy. That's Fillmore up there. Very busy street. We have to cross that to be able to get over to our storage unit. And this spot right here always takes like forever to melt. It really does. A little more view of the creek. Well, because there's no leaves on the trees. Once the leaves get on the trees and the bushes, you don't get to see too much of the creek. Like I said, it's the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail. It goes through, well, the heart of it goes through Colorado Springs, and the Colorado Springs part is mostly either paved or concrete. When you get north of the Springs, when you're north of Woodman Road, then it turns to dirt, goes all the way through the Air Force Academy grounds, and then goes up to Palmer Lake and Monument, and it stops in Palmer Lake, the little town of Palmer Lake right now. It used to go up to the Greenland open space, but I've been told that the trails deteriorated so badly. Yeah, I've been told the trail is so bad now that they've kind of closed it down, blocked it off. You know, eventually it was supposed to, you know, go all the way to Castle Rock, which is about 50 miles north of Colorado Springs. But don't know if that'll ever get ever get finished. You know, you're relying on a lot of different counties, and it's kind of a really open area. You know, there's not like a lot of housing, or you're like, yeah, so you know, there's not that much money around that area. Yeah, in fact, right over there is our store. Right over there is where our storage unit is. Those orange doored units. That's where our storage unit is. But you can't get there from here. You have to go all the way around, one way or the other. That's one of the reasons we really like that storage unit, because it's very close to the trail, and on top of that, they're the most inexpensive storage unit in the whole town. So that really helps our very meager budget out. But yeah, so do us a favor. If you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe. We're trying really hard to get to 500. We're not too far away. I think we've got like 360 something. And we'd love to make that magic 500. Can't even imagine making 1,000, you know, or 5,000, but 500 is doable. So we'd really like to make that goal. So if you like the channel, like I said, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified of, you know, when our next video release is coming out, you know, on the YouTube site itself, click on the bell logo, and you will automatically be notified when our next video releases. You don't even have to try to chase us down. And then, of course, you know, we'd love a thumbs up or a thumbs down, according to what you thought of the video. And either way, please leave us a comment. They have a comment section, you know, on the YouTube deal itself. And we'd love to know, you know, what you think. And if you got some way that, you know, you think it can be improved, please let us know. Okay, right now we're going on the, this is the entryway to the Templeton Gap Trail. And it's a really rough old wooden bridge. So we're gonna bounce all over the place. Oh yeah. Just like a rubber ball, I come bouncing back to you. Rubber ball. To you. Ah-ooh, ah-ooh. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Joe's using her bell to chase away a squirrel. It's another one of those urban trails. This would be really cool if we had a place right here, you know. It'd be really great. We don't have any problem with the idea of living in a trailer, you know. Don't see that it's much different than living in an apartment. The only thing I'd be really worried about would be, you know, the utility bills, because, you know, the doubt seriously that most mobile homes, especially the ones that we could afford, have much of an insulation factor. So that means the utility bill would be a lot higher. And with the lot rents being, you know, fairly high to begin with, especially here in Colorado Springs, where they think that, you know, they literally think everybody's rich. I mean, the houses are unreal expensive to buy, and you don't get much, and the rentals are even more insane than the buying houses, you know, than the for sale houses. And the rentals are nuts. I mean, we got lucky and found a place that's a little bit cheaper, but a lot of the same type of old apartments, you know, our building's 40 years old, and a lot of those same type of apartments, you know, a little bit run down, not bad, clean, but run down, you know, are going for $1,100 to $1,200 a month now, which, that's insane. It is. That is such a rip-off. Yeah, it's just a one-bedroom apartment. A one-bedroom apartment should never be over $500 a month. I don't care about, you know, shortages and overages and all that business crud. It should never be over $500 a month for a one bedroom, unless it is a really nice one, you know, that's got a fireplace and you know, jacuzzi, weight room. Then that's different, you know. But ours has none of that. We're fortunate enough to have a laundry room because we can't have our own washer and dryer. That's another thing too, you know. If the apartment has a space for a washer and dryer, and like I said, you know, hot tub, swimming pool, fireplaces, then I could see $1,100 to $1,200 a month. But not for the kind of apartment we have. It's just they're just ripping us all off, and we're so dumb we take it, you know, because we ain't got no choice if you want to live here. And except for 6 years in the military and 1 year out in Southern California, I'm 68 years old. I've lived here my whole life, you know. I'm a native. I was actually born in Colorado Springs, and I really don't, you know, it's home. I really don't know where else I'd go, but I don't know, it's just, problem is it costs so much to move, you know, because we don't have a truck, you know. We'd have to rent a truck, and you're probably looking at $1,000+ just to rent a truck, you know, for like a minimum of 2 days. 3 days would be better for us to get, like, say we were looking at Ohio, right around the Xenia area, Xenia, Springfield area, you know, because Ohio has a very impressive and massive trail system. They have like 300+ miles of trail, and a lot of them hooked together, you know, and they go some pretty long distances, and they can take you to places that will take you even further, you know, towards the East Coast. So that would be really cool for us, you know, because you know, we don't have a car. And the other thing that's great is that, you know, their trails are set up all, you know, at, you know, like every 25-30 miles there's a little town that, you know, has a motel or a campground or something, you know. So yeah, that would really be enjoyable, man. I mean, that would really be enjoyable. Something that our trails don't do. Our trails are mostly urban trails. They're good for getting you around. Some of them are fairly scenic, but there's not anything like that, or you can just, you know, ride out of town to another little town, spend the night, and then ride back, you know. We don't have anything like that. to get anywhere out of Colorado Springs, you got to go on a major highway. You ain't got no choice. You got to go 115, I-25, Colorado 94, Colorado 24, Colorado 83, and they're all, you know, a royal pain in the buns, and most of them don't have any decent bicycle lane. Well, they don't have any bicycle lanes, but they don't even have, you know, a decent emergency lane. Now I'm down into my tricycle gear here, as I call it. Yeah, and when we get up to again, just like when we turned off last time, we're back to the Cascade Street bike lane. So I'm gonna shut her down, and that'll be the end of the video for today. Again, man, thanks for coming along. We really do appreciate it. You guys and gals really rock. I mean, you really do. I mean, we do this no matter what, but, you know, the subscribers we have really make it worth, you know, the effort. Even when, like today, I really still didn't feel like making a video because of, you know, my really heavy sinus congestion. And, but, you know, I feel like if I don't, I'll let you guys down. So, you know, I mean, that's why you subscribe, is to be able to, you know, see some video content once in a while. Okay, well, like I said, this is going to be the end here. Go over here and meet with you. No, stay there, Joe. Okay. All right. Okay, well, we're gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna go past here so you can get a gratuitous shot of Joe.
Poking above your camera.
And yeah, all right. Well, like I said, thanks a lot for hanging in there with us, and till next time, ride low, ride slow. But if you really want to be comfortable and have a great time, ride recumbent. Trike, even better. It's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. All right. Till next time, happy trails.